Good morning, guys. Welcome back. We're to the channel. In today's video, we have some stuff from our friends over at Yitamotors for my one-eyed 420. So, I actually have the headlight for this thing over there in a box, but I pulled the headlight out of this thing because I kind of want to do some custom lights, possibly like the Haze Fab style lights, or maybe even just open these up and do something with them. But what we have here is a pair of light bars. But we have some light bars here from our friends over at Yitamotors. So let's get these opened up and take a look at them, because these are a little bit different than your standard light bar. And I was interested to try these out, being they are side shooters. So I'm going to get these opened up here, and we will take a look at our new light bars for the 420. Okay, so I got one in the bag here. Got another one set over here, just to kind of show y'all. But these are, again, side shooter light bars. These are 5-inch, a little smaller than I was looking for, really, but these will work for right now. So you do get your bag of hardware here, brackets. These do have these a channel with 2 nuts in them, so they are adjustable, and with these you can adjust them on all that stuff. But I actually have had a light bar on this thing before, so I already have my switch mounted, and then under here, I'll go ahead and pull the seat off. I already have the wiring ran through here and up to the front, right there. So all I got to do is tie into that, put my cables back on, and we're good to go. But I used to have a light bar on this thing, stuck out, about here. I think it was an 8-inch bar. I'll put a picture up here on the screen of that. But the way I did that one is I took, funny enough, as ghetto as it sounds, some zip ties, and I zip tied it to the rack right here. And the reason I did that, I'll have to move my winch over here, but the reason I did that is if you hit something, if you're going through brush or whatever, you hit something, it just kind of knocks it out of the way, and it's fine. Whereas if you hard mount it to something, being that these are mostly plastic, that's a good way to break plastic panels and mess up your light bar. So that's why I did that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get this one mounted the same way, and get it wired up. So like I said, I already got the wiring run down. It's just kind of stuck there in the back of the bumper. So I'll get that out of there. We'll get this guy wired up. Very easy on these. Positive, negative, run back your switch, your battery. I actually have a harness on this. You can pick up a harness on Amazon for, I think they're like $10. Or you could wire these into your high beams or whatever you want to wire them into, honestly. But like I said, I already got all this stuff ran, so I'm just going to connect it all to that, and should be fairly simple. Alright guys, so I had to take the old light bar connector off. Now, this is one reason I like using spade connectors. Obviously, I didn't get that one crimped on there good, when I first put the light bar in this thing years ago. But I like putting spade connectors, if the camera would focus, on everything. That way, stuff like this, you untape it, you unplug it, you're good to go. And I like to alternate female on one side, male on the other, and then the same thing on the light bar itself. That way you cannot plug it in backwards. And if I ever go to change this in the future, all I have to do is unplug it, untape it, unplug it, and put these kind of connectors on whatever else I'm going to put on here. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I need to pull the battery cover off, and we'll get the cables hooked back up on this. I'll get this guy plugged in, make sure everything works, and then we'll go ahead and mount it. Alright, so here we have it all installed. And what I did, I run the wiring down through here, back behind. That's where I have my winch receiver and stuff mounted as well. And then got everything connected back in the back. And up here, flip our switch, and there we have it. So for a little light bar, it's relatively bright. The beam is a little weird. Let me turn the shop lights off here. Right there. So you can kind of get a bit of an idea here. Off and on. And then if you want to compare to the one headlight, headlight off, headlight on, and light bar, it is an improvement, that is for sure. But like I said, I change setups on stuff all the time, so there's truly no telling how long that the little light bar is going to stay. I don't know. I might try to go, I measure this out, and to the winch cable here from this little bulge in the bumper measures about 9 and some odd inches. So I might try to get an 8-inch light bar at some point. But for right now, this little 5-inch will work. And another nice thing about mounting it like this on zip ties is you can adjust it if you need to. You can also kind of turn it, if you don't get your zip ties too tight, that is. But like I said, I like it like this because if anything comes through, hits it, it just moves it out of the way, and you're good. So guys, I guess I will catch y'all here in a little bit when it gets dark, and we'll take a look at our little light bar at night. Alright, and another thing. So I figured we'd go ahead and throw the headlight back in it. So we got it sitting in here right now. I need to get some screws. I gotta find the screws for it. And a plastic clip. So after that, we will be all buttoned back up on the front end, and I will say that does look much better on this thing. So I'm gonna find those. We'll get that bolted back in or screwed back in, and we should be good with the headlight. Alright guys, so it is now the next day. Went in shortly after I finished filming yesterday, and then I thought I was cooking, it come a downpour. So I figured rather than just filming in here, I really wanted to take the thing outside and like actually show everything. So figured we would wait, and well, here we are. So I'm gonna open up the door, and we're going to, I don't know what that is. We're gonna open the door, give this thing a little bit of a cold start because it is nice and cool out here. It's about 40-ish, and I'm out here wearing shorts and flip-flops. It's fine. I did get both of these working. That one worked. This one is all mounted back up in there, and everything. So that is good to go. Now, let's see if this thing will start. The other day it did not want to. So here is your headphone warning. If the camera even does this thing justice. There we go. So I'm gonna let this thing sit here and run a minute, and we'll pull it outside, and I'll show you all the lighting and everything. Okay, so I know y'all really can't see anything, and I do apologize, but I figured this would be the best way to show brightness. So we have here, this is factory headlights, and it does kind of light up. 5 Mustang. Anyway, it does kind of light up some more of this here in front, and this is high beam, so low beam, maybe that's low beam, high beam, I guess. I don't know. Either way, and then we have our switch. You can see my thumb. We have our switch right here for the light bar. Yeah. So I wasn't super impressed yesterday in the shop looking at the light bar, but out here it's pretty good. I can see way over in here. See the propane tank. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, to be completely honest with y'all. So I'm gonna hop off of here, get some Instagram reels and whatnot, and well, we'll step up here and take a look at it as well. So for a little 5-inch light bar, this thing is pretty bright. So I'm actually very impressed with that. And the funny thing about it is, I have light sensitive eyes. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that or not, but I have light sensitive eyes, but for some reason white light, like this light bar, doesn't bother me at all. These dim halogens do worse than the light bar itself, but again, I'm pretty, let me step back here. That is pretty impressive, I will say. Again, yesterday, looking at it in the shop, I wasn't real impressed, but this is much better than I was expecting. So, anyways, and you do get some of the side shooter out through here, and this shadow is the bumper itself, and then maybe a little bit of the winch hook. But again, camera really doesn't do it justice. It might a little bit, but I can see up in this tree over here. I can see up pretty good ways in this one. It's pretty impressive, I will say. But like I said, I'm gonna get some reels and whatnot, and we'll pull this thing back in the shop, and I guess we'll end the video right here. Alright guys, so there we go. Now we'll fire this thing up, get this thing back in the shop, and well, I reckon that'll be it for tonight. But anyway guys, there we have it. Now with the 420 here, there's a lot of things I would like to do with this. I guess one of the first things we need to clean this thing up, because it is filthy. Well, I mean, y'all can see how filthy this thing is. It's set in storage for 4 years between our storage unit and over here. So it's been a while since this thing has been cleaned. It needs a good thorough cleaning. But I got the headlight back in, as y'all seen, and if we're being honest, I want to do something different with the headlights. I don't think I ever put it in any videos. I know I hadn't made any videos on it. I had a 2005 or 6 350 Rancher. It was green. I put a picture of it on the screen here. But on that thing, I actually took the headlights completely out of it and put pods where the headlights go, if y'all noticed that. And I thought about doing something similar on this. I don't know. Kind of looks ghetto, but the only reason I thought about doing it on this one is like a remembrance type of thing. Bring an element of that onto this. I also had a 450 Foreman, which kind of had the front end like the Rancher here. And on it, I took a light bar and put behind the grill on it. I do have a couple videos of the old 450, but I'll put a picture up here on the screen of it. And that was actually a white / amber light bar. It looked pretty cool. So I've kind of done that on every one, something like that. On this thing, I did just standard LED bulbs in it. You can see there. But on the 420, I don't believe you can change the bulbs. So I looked at that at one point. Actually, when I bought these, I bought 2 sets of bulbs. I was going to put one in here, and it didn't work out. I don't exactly remember what it was, but something about it wouldn't work out. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that, doing that kind of headlight. What I did on those, because I figure somebody will ask, is on it didn't have any headlights in it when I bought it, and somebody had drilled out the little bolt. Like on this one, you have a brace right there. It comes off the bumper right there. This one's missing. So this one kind of sits there and wobbles. But somebody had actually drilled that out for whatever reason. So I took the bolt for the pod, got a longer bolt, run through the piece on the bumper, through the bracket and into the pod, and that's how I mounted those and just wired them up to the factory headlight switch. So we could do something like that, or we could try to do like the Hayes Fab style lights. Those are pretty cool. That's actually why I took this one out. I had planned to build a template, send it to them, and they were actually going to make them for these. And I did it, and I hit him up, and I never heard anything from him. So that was just kind of that. I still have the template. It is right there. Is that it? Yeah. That's it there. And I got the outline of the body and everything on there. So we could do something like that, make it a little prettier than that, obviously, but we very well could do something like that. And I kind of want to powder coat stuff on this. This has Line-X on it from the guy I bought this thing from. His dad did Line-X, and he told me that they had did these and then painted it, and then it kind of started peeling, so they kind of painted it again, and yeah. So I thought about trying to strip these or get another set of racks and powder coat these, the bumper, the back rack, maybe the handlebars, and some suspension pieces, and do like a match to the 6.0. And on the 6.0 I got purple, it's red, so we could do a match to the 6.0. I think that'd be kind of cool. But let me know down below in the description or in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, because I do want to do some stuff to that, but we've been super busy working on the powder coat stuff and everything else, so we will get to it at some point. I promise. It's kind of like the white truck. We'll get to it at some point. I promise y'all that. This thing is not going anywhere. I've got a bunch of money in it. If y'all don't know, this is a built motor 420. It's got lots of stuff. Devin, the guy I bought it from, rebuilt the motor, and they had some issues and was never able to get it started after building the motor. He replaced the rear end, rebuilt the front end, new diff, axles, ball joints, bushings, tie rods, the whole deal. And I got it, kind of got something squeaking up here. Because I wrote it with 29.5 outlaw 2s. But he did a bunch of stuff to this. I got it. I fixed a bunch of stuff that I didn't like, and then we got it running over the span of like 2 years. Maybe a year. Either way, we got it running. Found a pinched wire coming out of the motor. So that was it. But I put a new computer on it, fuel pump, tons of stuff. I mean, I've got tons of money in this thing. He had tons of money in this thing. So I don't intend to get rid of it. Long story short, I want to build it. So, like I said, if y'all have any ideas, these wheels and tires not staying, these came off of that when I gave him these. I love these tires. He has told me time and time again, take these off, put them on there. If I want them, he said, get them. But I gave these to him, so these are his for this thing. But y'all let me know, what should we do with this thing? Tires, wheels, powder, all this stuff. Let me know. But guys, that is going to be a wrap for this video. So with that being said, if y'all enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.